Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jessica. I am here again for our weekly Sinner Powwow before the episode. In my trailer, as you can see once again, and looking extremely unusual. I know this was not a mistake. This is actually my makeup for the scene that I'm doing tonight, and it's the last day of shooting, actually. I cannot believe it. We've been going for about 3 months. We are in the midst of shooting our 7th and 8th episode, which will be our last 2 episodes. And it has been such an incredible, creatively challenging experience for me. And it's such a weird mix of emotions on the last shooting day. It's a combo of, it's melancholy, it's exciting, it's sad. Kind of feel like I'm not sure when I wrap, am I going to cry? It feels like the end of school, like you're going off to summer, but that actually you may really never see these people again. And we've had such an amazing crew and an amazing cast and such a wonderful collaboration between all departments, and everyone has given their absolute all for this show, and we're just so thankful and grateful that you guys are tuning in. I mean, we're so thrilled that you like what we've been doing, because we've been putting our hearts and souls into it, and we hope we are entertaining you and making you think about human behavior and, all that kind of psychobabbly stuff. But anyway, Julie, you love the show with your husband, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been such a joy and a pleasure to be on this show. Wow, first season. We're finished soon. We'll shoot for another 6 or 7 hours tonight, and then we will be officially wrapped. But tonight will be the 3rd episode of The Sinner, and premiering 10/9 Central on USA. And we're going to learn something very interesting about my character Cora, something that we didn't know previously in the last 2 episodes, something that's going to be one of the major clues to kind of understanding who this woman is and what is it that made her do what she did. It's going to be, I think, a very intense episode, and hopefully sort of whet your palate for some interesting, titillating things to come in the future. I think it's going to be a really good one. This episode was also, once again, directed by Antonio Campos, who directed our pilot episode and our 2nd episode, and it's very exciting. So that's my little tidbit about this evening's episode. Wait, someone says they haven't seen a single episode of The Sinner. It's not. Oh, you know what? It may not be available in Europe, Patrick, actually, but it will be available on Netflix at some point, and obviously it will be available in Europe then. And I don't know the dates, but we will make sure it gets to Europe at some point. Let's see. Oh, I'm seeing so many great comments that people are loving this show, husbands and wives. I feel like I hear that a lot, that it's a show that husbands and wives, or partners in general who like different things, can watch together, and that's rare, and that's exciting. Thank you so much for the feedback. Seriously, we really appreciate the creative criticisms. It can only help us to make better shows. Let's see. Delia missed last week's episode. Is there a place I can watch it to catch up? Well, I think you can watch it on the USA app. I'm not sure if that's, guys, go with me here. I am literally a technology dinosaur. I'm surprised I can even work this thing to do this. This is, for me, like really high tech. But I think you can also watch episodes on iTunes, on Apple. I think, once again, please don't quote me. I've literally been in a hole working on this show, not paying attention to almost anything going on, just trying to get this thing, in a place that we really feel proud and finish it out strong. Let's see. New Albany, Indiana are loving this show. Yes! Thank you, Julia. I'm so happy that this is bringing groups of women together. No, not trying to, not trying to exclude men, but we love you guys. We couldn't survive without you. But it's so fun. It's so cool that women are coming together to watch this show. I really appreciate it. Let's see. From Elizabeth. Oh, thank you. Elizabeth has just said something super nice about me and my husband and my kid, which I really appreciate. It's not an easy task being a mom in general. I know, as I'm sure all the moms out there can attest to the same thing. It is the hardest job that you do not get paid for, which is kind of ironic. I mean, I know the kids are the payment and it's the joy. I agree. But it's a tough one. And doing it while you're working, as I know so many parents do, is just hard to balance everything. Okay, Lindsay, is it only going to be 8 episodes? Please tape more. Thank you for that. That's so sweet. Yes, it is only going to be 8, but we did that also, our wonderful partners, USA and UCP, we all decided, and they specifically decided, that 8 is the right amount for this story. And I agree 100%. We want to create something that is not going to just drag on forever, that you're going to lose interest, that, we as I think, collectively, our culture and our community, we have kind of short attention spans, and I sort of like the idea of only 8 episodes. I think I could, as a busy person, I can grab onto that idea and say, I can get down with 8. 8 is something that's palatable for me. So, believe me, hopefully we can come back for a second season and do something, equally as interesting but totally different, and then we can bring you some more episodes. Patty, do you feel like you got everything you wanted out of this character for this first season? Such a good question. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just got a knock on the door that they're ready for me, and I am not changed into my next outfit, my next wardrobe change. But let me answer that question actually quickly. Patty, thank you. I feel like I have squeezed every last little iota of anything out of this character. She has been with me and I have been with her. We have been living in each other's skins for many months now, even before we started filming, because we were filming the pilot, and that happened a few months before we actually got picked up for the series. I feel like I've really explored this woman, and she will kind of always live with me somehow, some way. She's definitely made an impact. She's quite an intense person, and someone who is terribly brave, and who I really look up to. I know that sounds like I'm a complete insane person because I'm talking about someone who doesn't actually exist, but that's the artist in me. You have to embody your characters 100%, to really step into their shoes and to really, become them. I'm not a method actor, but I really do feel like she's, exists or is alive in some weird ulterior universe. That sounds really crazy. Anyway, someone's speaking to me in French, which I kind of know, but I don't really know if I can translate that properly. Christy Vale says, love the show. Are you happy with how it's ending? I am. We've worked really hard on this ending, and I hope it's satisfying and fulfilling. I feel that it is. I mean, listen, there's always things you want to change. There's always things you want to make better, and you think, oh man, if only we'd set this up differently, if only we had set that up differently, we could end this in a different way. But honestly, I'm just thrilled. Our writers have been working around the clock. Our amazing creator and writer, Derek Simons, has been rewriting and rethinking everything and trying to make the best possible satisfying ending for this. And I guess you'll have to tell me if you think it's good enough or not. I don't think it's a thing where you ever walk away from it and go, oh, that was perfect and I would never do anything different. It's just you leave it and say it's the best it can be, because we're all perfectionists and want to make this thing absolutely perfect. All right, you guys, I think they're opening my door for a second time. They're really serious. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your questions with me and your comments. I guess we'll see you next week for our little Sinner powwow. Enjoy the episode tonight. I hope you love it. We're working our butts off, and it means the world to us that you're watching. So thank you again. Thank you. Mwah.